listening to Party Nerds Weekly. You're listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
What's going on, gang? How's everybody out there? Of course, welcome to the Party Nerds podcast. Obviously, it's me and Jorge today. Don't worry, the other two will jump in. Ralphie, Haas, we know you're out there. Feel free to jump in. You know it's 9 o'clock, fools. All right, don't be late. Also, little side note, because we're, of course, going to be talking about this season finale in the Penguin, little sidebar, did anybody know that there is at least 10 Hummer-style Batmobiles that are going to be put up for auction for $3 million a piece? You remember the ones from The Dark Knight?
Oh, yes, dude. Give me one second. I'm having technical difficulties. One second. There we go.
Bro, hello, Ralphie. How are you? Welcome to the pod. So,
Buddy,
yes.
what's going on with you guys? My
Doing
bad.
good, man. So, there is literally 10 Hummer-style Batmobiles from The Dark Knight Rises that are going to be put on auction for $3 million a piece. And I ain't got the money for that shit. Haas, welcome. I mean, come on, the Eagles got a W, man. You ain't happier than us? They beat the Giants, and they beat the Cowboys. You know, like it's a win-win.
But I mean, these weren't important games. These weren't important games.
They weren't important games. I thought all NFC East games are important games.
What
we just lost to the Panthers. I mean, I should. What's up, Biggs? I should be the one sitting here like crying all tears of joy.
Y'all doing what y'all supposed to be doing.
Yeah, get my first round draft pick. We're not going to pick a black quarterback. Our owner's racist.
Yeah, y'all got a tank.
We are tanking. Have you not noticed?
That's what I'm saying. That's what y'all got to do. Yeah.
Like who's going to be our number one pick? What quarterback is coming? Will you Jalen Milroe? Oh yeah, okay. We're guaranteed within the next 6 months we are not going to see that. But yes, we're here to talk about that Penguin finale. If anybody got a chance to see it, if you haven't had a chance to watch this series, you have lost out on some peak comic book writing. And the fact that it's been interjected into a TV series kind of helps DC's chances because Matt Reeves might be on to something here.
You think it should have been a movie?
No. I'm glad it was a show.
No.
I'm absolutely elated that this was a TV show.
Yeah.
It gave us 8 episodes, and every single one had like except for maybe the one where Victor got his first kill.
Oh yeah.
That might have been the one that was like, this is dragging out of it. But every single one made a point, had a cliffhanger, and emanated progress into what the ultimate cliffhanger out of the season finale. Well, actually, this is a limited series, so this might be it. You might never see this shit again. There won't be like a season 2 because it's supposedly a limited series.
I would be satisfied with that, to be honest with you. And Colin Farrell did mention like how during the filming of
he
this,
hated being in that costume.
Yeah, he hated it.
He hated it.
Well,
He had to watch certain things to like keep him uplifted because it was very depressive as well too. He felt.
You put another 100 pounds on your body, Jorge, and see how you feel.
I would feel like he would look like Big Mama's house. Like that's the reference.
Damn.
Just
you ain't have to call Jorge out like that.
They couldn't do that. Can't do that. You can't. It wouldn't have nowhere near the same impact. It wouldn't make that much money. Like it's.
Did he try to copy off Robert De Niro? I've been seeing the Reddit.
I mean,
no.
If we're talking about like as far as like character descriptions of him doing like, in Raging Bull, he was like a fit fighter, and then they showed him in his latter years like as a like kind of like a heavy set Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like kind of like in that type of aspect. Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, as much as people have been saying Colin should win all the awards, there's a lot more people in this show that did an excellent job.
Like, have you seen This Boy?
Like Kristen Malott. Yeah. Did you see? Yo, they put that up. The Batman, literally the Batman, or the Penguins Instagram page and Twitter page put that up. I'm like, that is fucked up.
It's for the people who didn't watch it, right?
Is that? I mean, is it for the people that watch it, or is it for the people that didn't watch it? Who's it for?
exactly? It could go both ways.
There's no way. No.
Yeah. Have you seen this boy?
So, to get into it, when we're talking about basically like the cliffhanger out of episode 7, where the lab, of course, got blown up. Sal Maroni went in there, thought he was going to take over shit, gets into a whole big ass fight with his gang and Oz's gang down there below Crown Heights, and has a fucking heart attack.
That's
So,
a cop out, man.
by the time that Sophia had pinpointed exactly what the location was going to be, that package that she sent him, because of course she had just kidnapped his mom, and then drops that little SUV down there, and it's packed with explosives. I mean, did we not think that that was going to register with a certain somebody in Gotham that he was going to show up?
Yep.
Oh, what you watching?
He's watching it right now.
No. Did anybody think that Batman was going to show up in the series at all in episode 8?
No.
No.
Or should he have?
No.
I mean, shouldn't have, even with the explosion.
It had season 2.
How could that be possible?
It's true because again, at a certain point, you think of all of the stuff that's been happening again with all that blowing up, or just you would imagine that you would see like, all right, is he there or is he not? But like I feel as if, like I said, we're focused. DC's focusing on the anthology of other characters, right? We have so much Batman, that do you really need to interject him now into the shows? I feel like that's a lot more work.
True.
And taken away from what, again, the concept is, which is let's branch off here. Now let's branch off and give this and give that, where, as we've been saying, like DC's on the money with something right now, right? DC's been losing consistently. And if they were to make this into a movie, it wouldn't have done anything because we would have been then like, who asked for a Penguin movie?
I mean, to be honest, when the Penguin movie was announced, a lot of people were like, why are we doing this?
Exactly.
And then Matt Reeves came up with the concept that this was going to be like an intersectionality between the Batman and the second movie. But yet, did anybody else feel like it was going to basically bolster a reveal of like who the next villain was going to be going into Batman 2? I did.
Cool.
I felt like it was going to showcase who that next villain was going to be. But then by the end of Penguin, one of the cliffhangers was Sophia in prison getting a letter from Selena Kyle.
That's right. I forgot that they were related.
Because of the implications from the Batman movie. So it was like, okay, how is this going to fit? Sophia basically getting a letter from Selena Kyle because in the Batman movie, Selena had basically found out that Carmine Falcone was actually her father.
I completely forgot.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
That was one of the reasons why she wanted him dead, because of the things that had happened to her mother, and her mother was working in that club where, of course, he was the hangman killer. He was killing women and he was impregnating women at the same motherfucking time. Everett, what's up, man? So imagine the implications of a villainous Selena Kyle, because at the end of the Batman, she leaves Bruce Wayne hightailed out of there, basically told him like, I'm leaving Gotham, such and so forth, which more than likely she didn't do. But yet she had to find out some things. And this is probably one of the things she had to find out.
Yeah.
I mean,
how's it going to go towards the second Batman movie?
That's what I'm saying. So now what is this? Is this going to be a villainous Catwoman joining forces with Sophia? And then possibly just like raining some type of terror, but there has to be another villain in there.
You said Freeze, right?
I mean, I would, because they were saying that it's going to take place in winter.
Yeah.
So now I like that, Everett. If it's the next Batman, if it's an homage to Batman Returns, where that was showcased, that could be cool.
Damn, I mean, Penguin, he's a petty crime lord, right? Or is he like throughout the comics? How would you?
He's literally a mobster. Like he's got his henchmen. He's worked his way through the streets. He can talk his way out of any situation, as he did in the first Batman, because he literally had a conversation with not only Batman but Commissioner Gordon,
And
and he didn't seem phased by any of it.
Yeah.
So imagine like how this could go forward with him assuming that role. Even if Colin Farrell is only going to like make like sort of an appearance, because as of right now, it looks like Colin Farrell's Penguin character is laying low.
It's
Right.
gonna be. They said, well, Batman 2, he's got 12 minutes on that movie with
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, is he like assembling the rogue gallery? Is he looking for is he going to be the beginning firecracker that's going to bust up Arkham and release a lot of criminals or something like that? Maybe Selina's the one that's going to do it and bust out a lot of like Batman's villainous foes and just
But
put them
why
out
would she
there
do that?
in order to get her sister out of jail
But
and to start up some
they
shit.
never met though. That's the thing.
Well, it's time to get to know somebody, man.
This is where clever writing comes into play, and if
Clever-
the writing is where it's headed at or where it's been at right now, yeah, again, hire these people that have been doing the show for the movie. But again, that's still a toss up right now, right? And then how long is this next movie supposed to be? 4 hours?
The first movie was 2.5 hours.
Longer Dune.
It was long.
Hey, look, man.
Long.
To be honest, the average comic book movie nowadays has not been less than 2 hours long.
Yeah, but I felt like, you know what? I'm gonna hold my thoughts because again, I'm gonna give DC a chance.
That's right. That's
Just
right.
saying. Like you at this point, you kind of have to. But obviously, the elephant in the room, Victor.
Mm.
I mean, did he do everything in his power to help out Oz? Everything.
Yes.
Everything. Like not only when the place, if you look at episode 8, when the explosion happened, he's the first one on the scene. He calls all those rival gangs or whatever, all the heads, to be over there at Crown Heights. He ends up getting guns pointed at him because he told them that they ain't shit for trying to help out, and then he gets punched in his gut. Then outside of that, even after he finds out that Oz is alive, helps him and his mom, whatever, get settled because they're in the hospital. He's finding out some bad news. He takes him over to the courthouse, where Oz, of course, is going to make a little bit of a bargaining plea with a corrupt politician, because that's what happens in Gotham. That's something that runs rampant. And this is the main thing that's going to get Oz out of trouble. But also, in the midst of that, he gets a phone call from, I guess, what is it, Fang, from one of the rival gangs.
I thought he would set him up.
That's what I thought. But the thing is, for the most part, it's like the whole concept of the theme of this entire series has been taking out the old guard.
Yep.
So when one of the young bucks is calling Victor and there's a price out on Oz's head, who's going to be the one to basically like kind of like talk them out of that? Victor. Mm-hmm. So they look like they're kidnapping Oz. Sophia, to be honest, I don't know how Sophia can get on the phone with a lot of these rival ass gangs, have conferences with them, and literally be like, yo, since Oz ain't here, or better yet, if even Oz is alive, I'm putting a price out on his head. I'm trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. Y'all can have the Bliss, whatever you want, all the towns and the cities, any of the territories that y'all want, and then it'll be sweet for all y'all. Just give me Oz. And they're all cool with it. Just literally like 15 minutes ago in the show, they all pulled up at Crown Heights about to run game on anybody for Oz. And within like a course of less than a half an hour, they're already pulling for Sophia because they want to hear her out.
Why did she burn her house?
I think once again, she just wanted to like not see anything that reminded herself of Carmine Falcone.
But the thing is, she promised that house to what
was the little girl? Man, look, you saw the way she talked to that little girl in episode 6.
Yeah.
It was like, I did kill your parents. You know, after she was going to play it cool. She was just going to like, don't worry about everything. Everything's okay. I've always loved your mom and your dad. And then all of a sudden something switched. And she was like, all right, your dad was bad people. And your mom was in on it. And I ended up getting rid of all of them. Dre, what's happening, man?
Yeah, but she also promised a house to the gangsters, whoever caught Oz.
Oh yeah, and look, you saw how far that got. But the thing is, also in that same effect,
But when
a
she
lot
burned
of
the
those
house
gangsters-
down, did she have another motive? She was going to kill the
But
gangster?
this is the other thing. A lot of those gangsters got killed when they went down there to try and take over that Bliss with Sal Maroni. You saw how many of them got murked?
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a lot of them motherfuckers left. And they probably all got blown up too.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're kind of like looking at it, and it's Sophia's just thinking that, you know, if I take care of all this stuff, I now want to leave.
Was she ready to go to Italy for
She doesn't
tour?
even want to
She
be in
wanted
Gotham anymore. She
Yeah,
just
she's
wants
out.
to get the fuck
She's
up out
ready
of
to
there.
go.
And it's pretty much set sail from there. She got a private jet on the way. Just deliver me Oz. I'll put him on a plane. Was it Fang's dad basically is like, yo, you want to just put him on a plane so you could drop him over the Atlantic, or you just want to pop him here? And Victor saves the day again.
And dude, I knew the smirk right there. You see the picture of the smirk?
Yeah. Bro, I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it. But all in all, I guess for the most part, he just wanted to be everything that he put himself in place to be from episode 1, being a driver for the Falcone family, being partially responsible for Sophia's incarceration in the Arkham Asylum, and then moving up the ranks to the point where Carmine actually dies in the Batman, which kind of put him in a sort of position other than his kids to be like, okay, I'm going to take over the Falcone crime family. Then outside of that, decides to fuck over the entire family. I want to start my own shit. Finds a drug that basically Alberto Falcone was basically about to start distributing all over Gotham. Starts pushing it himself underground. Still takes out two. He took out 2 crime families. Took out the Maronis and took out the Falcones. What's up, Victor? How you doing, man? So at the end of the day, my man's been doing some shit. And he felt like the king. And the only person that he wanted validation from, he couldn't get it from. When he went to see his mom and he found out she had the stroke.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another thing. Like, it was like he has a disability growing up. He felt like his brothers had way more attention drawn to them than he did, even though he's the one with the disability. He decides to do something about that. His mother held on to that weight for years, all the while still raising a young Oswald Cobb. He grows up. She knows the shit that he's into.
She was about to hand him off to the guy Rex, right?
Yeah, and what's crazy about Rex, like Rex Calabrese, could more than possibly be Oz's dad.
Oh, really?
Because in the show, it's like, you know, that was the one person that took care of her, the one person that always like dropped by. It was kind of like one of those Game of Thrones moments. The other 2 brothers had like sandy brown hair, where Oz had black hair and Rex had black hair. So it was like one of those little like moments.
I was gonna say it's probably adding up a little bit right there if you really think about it.
This is just something that you gotta like understand, man. It's like there was like minimal Easter eggs that were happening throughout this like entire series, and that was like one of them that basically like Rex Calabrese was like also involved, like as far as like his origin story, because he was like a mobster before the Maronis and the Falcones in the comics ever existed. So when you're like looking at that, you're like, okay, maybe because of the two other kids, and he's the middle child, so maybe she had an affair or anything like that. And who was the one person that said, yo, you can either kill the kid or just nurture him into the environment that he wants to be in?
Yeah.
Rex told his mom that.
But was he gonna go with Rex and Rex raised him and shit, or?
But that was the other thing. It was like, yo, you can give him to me.
Yeah. And
then I'll push it. And who knows? That might have been what happened, because you never saw what happened to Rex after that.
Yeah.
And in the comics, I mean, they made, of course, in the first Batman, they made Selena Kyle, Carmine Falcone's daughter. But in the comics, Rex Calabrese is Selena Kyle's dad.
Oh shit!
So they just flipped it. You know, there was something that they often. This is what Marvel does. This is what DC does. They'll flip an origin story somehow, some way, and then be done with it. But that happened. What was it? That was like close to the New 52 when they revealed that Selena Kyle's dad was like Rex Calabrese.
This is info for me, y'all. Again, haven't read the comics, but this is intriguing stuff.
Look, I mean, as far as the series is concerned, there was like, even though they were supporting characters, the mom, Rex, even for the little small role that he had, we say I missed the Batman aura in the series. Like, mobsters afraid to do certain things. That was the thing. Like, we got to understand that the Batman was
Year
like
one.
it's kind of like a year one thing. So the fear that Batman portrays to all of Gotham hasn't really sunk in yet. What's up, Dank Tank?
Right.
So it hasn't really sunk in on a lot of these mobsters. He hasn't really like taken a grasp over Gotham. So when we're getting to like part 2 and later on down the line, I think that's coming too. So that just more so might be how Matt Reeves is drawing this up. If you look at Matt Reeves' films, Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes, such and so forth, he builds it up pretty nice. Like, that first movie didn't get into the heavy aspect of like some of the bigger rogue gallery characters. It got into the mob, like where the mob was basically in charge of Gotham, all the organized crime in Gotham. And then pretty much we go into the Penguin, and it's the same thing. But now Penguin is doing the dirty work because he just took out 2 mob families. So now the criminal underworld is almost there for the taking. Who's going to pretty much bolster that? If the Penguin is laying low and is in hiding, who's the next one in the ranks? So that poses the question, Dank, since you put that in there, Mr. Freeze, he could pop up in there. Of course, he has his own ulterior motives. You know, I said if you want to do a Clayface, but Clayface would be more of a horror aspect of it. If they still have Selena Kyle in there, if you still have a Catwoman, and Zoe Kravitz did a great job as a Catwoman in the first movie. So I feel like the possibilities are endless as how this could be, it pretty much gets sewn up. And to be honest, we brought it out there, you know, Matt Reeves is doing a great job. Like, the first movie and this series already being like, yo, this is like, because it's building, the tension is like how this is climbing up the ranks. This looks really fucking good. Looks real good. So how could Batman 2 be? Like, how could they continue this story? How?
I mean, it's gonna be all right. Like I said, if it's just kind of like what you just stated with, now it's kind of anybody's taken. This builds such of a plateau now, and again, for other characters to either again come in and take into place, or we go into another avenue and again check another origin story elsewhere or something like that. Because we've been talking about it basically the entire series, where we're like, okay, we like how this is going, how this is building, like who else could be like a possibility of this? And you know, we were naming out names and stuff like that, where it's like I said, it could potentially be anybody. But I think for the most part, I think they're doing really, really great, like I said, with the shows. And if we're too brought into the movie, like I said, yeah, it would build a better anticipation for we're building into this movie now. You know what I'm saying?
And I think also the popularity of Batman is always like an aura amongst DC. The only DC projects that do absolutely phenomenal are Batman projects.
Right.
So the fact that you have a rogue gallery adaptation into a series on Max, so that could be an argument. My biggest disappointment is that the Batman isn't in the larger DCU. If you remember correctly, he wasn't even in the DCEU. So big fumble on Zack Snyder's part. He could have did this earlier, and Affleck could have got his only solo movie. but it never happened.
Yeah.
Because we got Nolan's, and Nolan's was superb.
Nolan's were great. To be honest, if you would have put them in comparison because they were happening at the same time.
Excuse me. Now, let's clarify. Those movies, that trilogy is really good. It's a great trilogy.
It's a great trilogy.
Christian Bale as Bat.
Are you trying to say?
No. All right. Him as Bruce Wayne is cool.
Him as Bruce Wayne is great.
It's cool.
Okay.
Him as Batman. See, it's not Batman. It's everything around Batman in those movies.
It's true.
Not Batman.
It's true.
It's
I'm
just-
not
be
going to argue
honest-
with this one. I'm not going to argue with this one.
No, I'm not.
gonna
I
argue.
can't argue with you.
I'm being dead ass.
No, you're right.
So when we say it's a great trilogy, we're as just movie.
Right.
The movies are. I mean, it's a great trilogy.
Right. The espionage factor that Bruce basically portrayed, and seeing how he maneuvered his companies in order to be Batman.
Yeah.
Right.
But the second that he turned into Batman,
That's not Batman.
what did he say? He said Robert Pattinson is a goated Batman, but a terrible Bruce.
Right.
Christian Bale, Bruce, excellent. Batman, no. Yeah. Which is why, look, this is why a lot of people were like, maybe if we would have gotten a Ben Affleck Batman, because he was a great Batman and he was a good Bruce when he was Bruce.
Yeah.
He's a good old man, Bruce.
The only problem I had with that Batman is that there were certain aspects where I think during Batman vs Superman, when he saw Doomsday for like the very first time, and when Wonder Woman came out, like he had fear in his eyes. This is the man, like it was like, why is he looks scared?
Yeah, because again, this is all happening. Why do you think his ass needs to be there?
Like, why Batman
His ass was sitting in the sideline most of that damn
that part?
It was like there is a giant butt naked Ninja Turtle running around this place. I'm not fucking with him.
That Negro was he was sitting around with a potato gun and waiting. Just waiting. It's like gotta wait till I get my chance.
Oh my god. I've seen this in a couple comments. Somebody, I think Victor said, could Vic be alive and seek revenge? Could Victor still be alive and then turn to Victor's eyes? I still don't think that he's Victor's
I don't want
eyes.
him.
I don't want him to be Victor's eyes.
Nah, man.
But this is my whole thing with this. Henchmen do not get any stories. This is why this is a Penguin tale. This is why one thing that Sony could learn from this series is that sometimes you have to let villains be villains.
Let him be.
Let them be villains. Don't turn
more
them
time.
into. I got to turn them into an anti-hero. I
Yeah.
got to make him a good guy. I
Oh,
got to
God.
provide some comic relief.
Concept.
Let him be evil.
Like Venom, right? He's in
Like Venom.
He had to, he was
No
taking
dead
shots at Venom.
scenes. Don't make him rap. Don't do that shit. Nothing.
TikTok dances.
Like for real. Like the way Colin Farrell played this. Like at times in certain episodes, you had empathy for not only the relationship between him and his mom, but for the relationship between him and Victor. And
Right.
you were like, man, they are really like he really likes him and everything like that.
Turn
Like,
to a good
during
guy.
this final episode, he did everything he could to help that man.
Yeah, and then
He was like, you know, look, in the aspect of family, it can make you weaker. It could also make you stronger. That's why I gotta cut you loose.
you can't come with me no more. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yo.
fuck. I knew something.
But isn't that basically pray tell the thing that's supposed to happen? Like if you feel like if you grow too many attachments as a villain,
Oh yeah, you're vulnerable.
you're vulnerable.
And they'll come
So
after you.
his
Let's forget
mom,
that.
he used to tell people his mom didn't exist. She died
Yeah.
just like his brothers because he didn't want any attachments out there. So with Victor dying, he was like, I can't have any attachments. You know?
Yeah.
He said, I do have to give Robert Pattinson credit right now. I think it was written that Bruce and Bats are they the exact same characters because he wasn't realized that Bruce could be just as helpful. Somewhat. But look, at the end of the day, let the villains be villains. Because like when you watch that, yeah, you had empathy for Oz because of how he grew up.
Yeah.
And then you come to find out that he was a trash ass kid. even with a disability. Locked his fucking brothers into a sewer pipe and just was like, it's raining outside. Fuck y'all. You know, so that happened. And then outside of that, you know, even after Victor basically just put his body and soul out there, after what happened to Victor in Gotham from the first movie, when the seawalls went, what happened to his family? He was left out there poor and homeless. He should have left there with that girl that day.
Yeah, right in the train.
Bounced.
Yeah.
You had a chance to be with that woman, and you decided to help Oz out. Oz could have got smoked in episode 3.
And
But
now the detectives are looking for this boy.
Oh my god, man, yo, it's
Have you seen this boy?
it's crazy, like how this basically like was brought out, and the clincher was the fact that he killed him and he took his ID out as well and he threw it in the river so they wouldn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Right.
So because he already got dead parents. Who's looking for him?
Nobody.
Anybody that ever knew who Victor was is dead. So if you throw his ID in the river, you're not going to know who he is.
Rip.
It was a crazy setup. I mean,
Rip.
I know when I saw, because how many episodes did we think Victor was going to die in?
Oh, too many.
Every single one.
Ever since he was stealing those rims, he's gonna get popped. Boom.
Yep, because literally episode 1, he almost got popped right there because that shot was for him.
Yeah.
What was it? When he got into the thing with Squib, I thought he was going to die right there. Episode at the end of episode 2, when he told him to turn his back around after he had helped him the very first time.
Yeah.
You thought he was going to die then. He was like, look, I can't help you. See, look, I wish Penguin died slowly after Vic. See,
Now,
that's a villain. That's a villain. This just tells you how good Colin Farrell played that role.
That's right. I didn't even know it was Colin Farrell.
You never did, but you never did. But the fact that at the end of the season finale, you were like, I hate this motherfucker, man. This dude, Victor, basically sold his soul to him, and he still got murked. It's kind of like if you remember Haas, maybe Jorge will remember this. The original Batman movie. You remember Jack Nicholson's only henchman throughout the entire movie? It was like this little short dude with the little brimmed hat.
Norm?
Yeah, Norm. Didn't Norm get killed by Joker?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Norm did everything for Joker, and he still got popped.
Yeah. He got rid of him.
I'm glad you know his name because I totally forgot his name.
I just remember him being Norm.
He said, "Y'all making me want to watch this show.
Like
It's really that good."
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
He had the long blonde hair. He had the scruffy ass. He's been in a lot of movies. Norm. Because literally, like Norm,
chill for some reason.
That's what I'm saying. But you got to realize with like the Rogue Gallery, he shot him. He straight up just shot him in the chest.
It said like there's a position open.
The position's open.
But that goes to say, even like in the Dark Knight, Joker does the same thing to his guys. He traded up the fact that he had his own men with him, broke up the Q stick, and was like, "I got a job on the line. Here, you two fight it out." He gave them both a piece of that pool stick to kill each other.
Yeah.
Hot take. It should be the Condiment King. Stop.
Yeah.
But look, you got to let your villains be villains, man.
That part.
And the thing is, this now made you hate Penguin, so that when he shows up in Batman 2, you're gonna be like, this motherfucker.
Get him, Batman.
There you go, right there. Now you're gonna want Batman to whoop his ass.
Yeah.
For
Beat the shit out of him. Okay, this is what Batman does. Beat the shit out of him. I don't want no crime.
He gonna put him in a coma. He ain't gonna kill him.
Can the year 1 Batman beat the Penguin?
Huh?
Can the year 1 Batman?
Absolutely. Penguin is crippled.
Remember when he fought up with like there's 6 guys in the subway? I
still don't know how the fuck he got his mom out of that damn diner, picked her up, looped her over the shoulder. He's getting shot at. They should have shot his mom, shot him with that gimpy ass leg. There's no way he should have got out of there.
Something bit me.
We say ketchup on pizza, the greatest villain of all time. It said Batman ain't shit to Batman. Penguin ain't shit to Batman.
Penguin
So
ain't shit.
at the end of the day, who's going to be the first villain? Because if you remember, the Batman, of course, being around mobsters, nobody really like tested Batman.
No.
Like
He was
maybe
beating the
Selena
shit out of
Kyle.
people.
Selena Kyle was like fighting them on the roof and everything like that. That was about it. But the thing is, once Batman becomes more skilled, you know what I'm saying, like and
Better
everything
tech.
like that, huh?
Better technology.
That's what I'm saying. It starts getting better technologies. Of course, he's a fucking billionaire, so he's rich as hell.
Mhm.
Who's basically going to test him after that?
Honestly, what if it becomes Ra's al Ghul? What
That'd
if
be
it?
nice.
That would probably really be
That'd
kind of
be
like
nice.
the next segue, because that would be the only person to really like test him.
True.
Well, are you talking aspect of prep time or just hands in hand? You know,
hand in hand. Nobody
Hand in hand.
stepped to him yet.
Gotcha.
So he said Mr. Freeze is going to turn Gotham into an ice rink. I really see. I feel like now, because of the grittiness of how Matt Reeves has constructed this universe, that it might not be Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
Because Mr. Freeze brings a lot of like cheesiness to what Matt Reeves does. Unless
I
there's
want
like
to say Ra's al Ghul. I like this.
No, we already had a Ra's al Ghul.
Right, but he plays still such a like
the League of
integral
Shadows
part
is
to-
actually like a cool ass
Yeah.
concept.
Hush
For
has a
real.
great story.
Hush
right?
has a great story. If they did Hush, if they talk about somebody that grew up with Bruce Wayne, Thomas Elliott, basically being somebody that could, you know, challenge him intellectually, not like the Riddler, but
Riddler's
somebody that
boring.
that he actually grew up with, went to private school with, and was challenged on and off.
No.
Who you got, Haas?
For what?
The next villain.
Next villain in the Batman 2 or the in Batman 2?
Yeah.
Let's say
Oh, what do you say? Solomon Grundy.
No.
stop it.
He's like a Frankenstein character, but I like Solomon Grundy, but no.
Born on a Monday.
I'm trying. All right, so it has to go off how that universe is, right? Because it's very grounded and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
So
Think of Matt Reeves. Like, who would he get?
to start off, well, do you think Matt Reeves could just greedy up any villain, or it just
But,
take the right villain?
If he
I
could gritty
can't
up
see-
Mr. Freeze, that'd be interesting.
Would be a different take, but I don't see that.
What's that?
I know what I want to see.
Who?
I want to see a improved Two-Face. I don't want the Two-Face from Batman Batman Forever.
Okay.
Two-Face from Batman
The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, right?
I want a Two-Face that isn't Two-Face for 2 minutes. I want a Two-Face that isn't. I want a Two-Face that we can open up. We can open up a movie, the Batman 2, where let's say Harvey Dent has already been. Let's say he's been corrupted. He was like a corrupted DA, right?
Yeah, already.
We start off that way, and he's already out as a district attorney.
Mhm.
Goes through the process where he becomes Two-Face, and he's because we're in this gangster world anyway.
Mhm.
Make him that gangster part of this world.
That the Penguin's in.
Movie. We get a whole movie of a really true Scarface. I mean, I said Scarface. Of the
Two-Face.
Like, we get a whole movie of that. Like, he could be the main villain, where because of all the criminal world in Gotham, as far as the gangsters are concerned, the gangster families,
Yes.
it's out of sorts. It's unstable. So
they're pretty much done and dead.
right. So this is where maybe Two-Face getting back at Gotham for losing his position. He will take over the mantle as Gotham's biggest mobster. And then on top of that, you could have the Penguin kind of oppose him because he wants that spot. So now you have that.
Do that.
You got that conflict between his group, Penguin's group, and then they have to deal with Batman. So now you have two villains. Now you have two villains. You have Penguin and Harvey Dent. You have these two villains, and then Batman will make up the trilogy. So that's what you work with. And Selena Kyle will obviously be lingering in the shadows throughout that movie. So that's what I would. Now that I think about how the universe works, and after watching Penguin,
I like that.
I think
I like it.
Go ahead.
He's like, am I the only one who wondered how the Penguin got out of there so fast when he left Sophia? No, I just said that. I was like, how is he? He looped his mom over his shoulder while he's getting shot at. He got a gimpy ass leg, and how'd he make it out?
My boy know
Scarecrow
how to waddle out.
He waddled out. Scarecrow will be cool, a little more comic book. Actually, I have to agree with the Hush element.
Yeah.
I like the Harvey Dent thing that Haas just put forth, and I would like a Hugo Strange story, but Hugo Strange basically figures out that he's Bruce Wayne immediately.
Yeah.
Which will be
Wait, James, Penguin, was he an Olympic athlete?
No, we're saying that he was an Olympic athlete when he looped his mom over his shoulder and ran the fuck up out of that. I was like, just all of a sudden he turned to Kaiser Soze and his leg worked again. He said it's in the Lord. Yo, I got maybe Oswald Cobblepot was 100 meters. Now I don't know about Oz Cobb. If you saw his foot in the first episode, his foot, his toes were over here and the rest of his foot was over here. So I don't know if they meant that for that. Yeah, what did Asa say? He said he waddled out of there with the quickness. God damn. I like I said, I like Haas's Harvey Dent aspect. I like Hush.
I'm rooting for Hush.
I feel like Hush has been underplayed and has never been done.
But he's not known.
The video game.
You
know how many people played that fucking video game?
Huh?
Yo,
You know how many people played that damn video game?
But not everybody.
Ah, shit.
I'm one of them.
let me tell you what villain would have worked, but he was in the wrong Batman universe.
Which one?
Jared Leto's Joker
Thank you.
worked in
Thank
the
you.
universe.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes,
Finally,
Perfect,
somebody
not
said
Reeves
it.
universe.
he was
Picture
in the
feature.
You
wrong,
just made Jorge the happiest person on earth.
Thank you.
in the wrong universe. That particular Joker would be perfect for
Yep.
this.
Matt Reeves role.
He was so fire.
So you
bro.
bring him
Harley,
and Harley Quinn into this universe.
Into this universe.
the Reeves verse, right?
You bring him Margot Robbie or
You bring him
No, get
Lady
her the
Gaga.
fuck out of there. Look, she's done.
There's only one Harley Quinn.
Lady Gaga, right?
Oh, bro, I got something for that. Let me see. Where is it?
Y'all gonna sleep
Yeah,
on
but
Lady
no,
Gaga like this?
You bring in the Joker to this universe, and then Jared Leto's Joker, and then he fits
Yep.
because he was a gangster.
Yep.
So it fits. Like when you break down how this universe is, how this Gotham is in particular, that's the type of Joker that would work in this one.
Jared Leto was ahead of his time.
Yeah. So because we didn't know we was gonna get a Gotham like this, and of course, I mean, any Joker. I mean, almost any Joker would work. Like obviously, Jack Nicholson's work.
Of course.
Yes.
I think any of them will work.
The Dark Knight's Joker. Like,
But we also know Matt Reeves is being
Jared
unconventional.
Leto was like made for this shit, I think, and he was just in the wrong universe.
Oh my. He said, Brody's, if Jared Leto pops up as Joker again, I will get the word damaged on my giant ass forehead.
I'm about to message Jared Leto.
So Dank, you actually put out there that to general audiences, Hush is niche. And so that's true. But Matt Reeves is also very unconventional. Why is Carmine Falcone the pivotal plot point for the first Batman movie? Who would have picked that?
That was the Long Halloween storyline, right?
It was the Long Halloween storyline, but it wasn't the actual Long Halloween story. It wasn't a holiday killer. It wasn't a Hangman story, even though they utilized the Hangman story
That's right.
in the Penguin, which was great, and how they did it. So, Matt would be the guy to actually like bring Hush to the forefront and be like, you got to deal with it. Somebody that basically came up with Bruce and is able to poke at him intellectually unlike anybody else. Oh, okay. He said I wasn't saying Hush would be bad. To be fair, okay, got you. But and look, like I said, it's true that he is a niche character. Like I said, having Carmine Falcone in the first Batman to be like almost the main villain,
Yeah,
like that seemed odd. But this is also year one Batman.
yeah. Right.
The Scarecrow angle could obviously work. The use of psychotic medicine, that could obviously work. Whoever the fuck, what was his name? Julian, the psychiatrist that was.
Yes.
How did he get back to working in the prison after
That's the
all?
thing. Is that a part-time job or what?
Like, bro, you were a criminal.
He said it was a part-time job.
He's part-time job. He's working.
So how do you think he's going to be dealing with Sophia now? Now that tables have turned, basically, in a way.
It depends, because when she was first in Arkham, he was working with this one particular doctor that kept on telling him to feed her the substances.
Yes.
And even though he was like had a crush on her, he didn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
So
electrocuting her.
Who's he working for now?
Who?
Yeah, like who's he working for now? Is Hugo Strange
working for Sophia?
No. Yeah, who's the chief psychologist of Arkham Asylum? Is it Hugo Strange? Is he working in there?
Mm-hmm.
It could be. Oh wait, hold on. Jorge, Spanish translation. Go.
He wants to see the Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, a version of it.
That would be very odd at this moment.
It would be different.
I mean,
if Matt Reeves brings in the Mortal Kombat cats,
stop it.
He brings in Liu Kang. He brings in Liu Kang because we all love Liu Kang.
Stop, David Lopan. But
so no, Dank. Good question. Like these writers are highly skilled.
Yo, whoever wrote this show are definitely highly skilled. These people know exactly what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we talk about Matt Reeves. He's just the executive producer. Is this? He said it's not Spanish. Oh, it's Portuguese.
Yeah,
it's Portuguese. Sorry about that. Yeah, so like Matt Reeves was just the executive producer in this. He said Sub-Zero is the next villain. Come on, Bam.
Get over it. No, sorry, Romo.
Yo, so like when we're looking at it, Matt Reeves wasn't directing the episodes. He wasn't the chief writer. Yeah, little unknown characters with highly trained writers.
Yep.
Something that another company could utilize at this point.
Sony.
You know what I'm saying?
You're about to drop Craven. It's going to be god awful. Just get out.
We're going in there with low expectations, guys. So
you have to go in with low expectations. Come on, Craven. They did a first trailer that was god awful.
Yes.
Then they did a second trailer, and you were like, "Oh, they took out all the shit." Here we go.
Go Birds.
Bam.
Go Birds.
After I saw CD Lamb getting blinded by sunlight, I thought that was the greatest shit ever.
Yo, he lost that shit, bro. That's Jerry Jones. He would build a $1 billion stadium with windows that would allow the sun to blind his own players.
Blind his own players. Karma. He said, "Bro, I didn't see the third Venom movie."
It's on Tubi. It's on Tubi.
Yes, wait for it on Tubi. Absolutely.
Yeah, we all agreed that it's finally over.
He just said, "Wait for it on Tubi."
Wait for it on Tubi.
It's a Venom movie.
Yeah, it's what the first two were, with all that fucking comic relief,
with less Venom.
With less, like the Venom has about 12 minutes of screen time out of almost a 2-hour movie.
Shit, man.
It's a lot more Tom Hardy. Nola's on the screen for less than 45 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a terrible sign. He said that's a terrible sign. Tubi? Yes.
I mean, Jonathan Majors is about to make a comeback.
Look up Tubi.
Oh, what if?
No, what the fuck?
It's what
no,
the
he said, "What the fuck?" I mean, look, there was a lot of
what the fuck? Because
no, he said, "What the fuck?" But I saw the What If trailer.
I missed it.
Did you see the new?
I didn't watch.
Did you see the new Captain America 4 trailer? The Brave New World trailer.
I cannot wait.
It came out of D23 in Brazil.
Oh, that up right now.
I put it in the chat. It's in the chat.
So sick.
Is it chat?
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat.
Bro, all I can
Sick.
say is that I'm now highly anticipating this movie. Isaiah Bradley. Whoo!
All right. Now,
Harrison Ford.
see What If. the trailer?
I saw the trailer.
I didn't
Storm
see the
is holding Mjolnir.
Storm is in.
Storm has Mjolnir.
Yeah, look at Ralphie.
Look at Ralphie's face. Storm,
Storm.
the goddess of lightning, has the god of thunder's hammer.
Oh, this is about to be
He's worthy.
crazy. This is about to be crazy.
People actually write that in the forums. So like, oh, we want Storm to
It's
hold
comic
the
guy.
hammer of
grab
North.
that.
Well, there's been obvious comic book scenes where Thor and Storm are actually like having conversations and everything like that. So that, to be honest, that would be pretty cool. He said, "Dude, I am ride or die, giving all my life into DCU, everything, but Storm, yes."
Yes.
Yo, you go watch the What If season 3 trailer.
Yes.
So of course, if you've never seen the What If series, it's a lot of basically what could happen if we just combine certain things with certain things, certain characters with certain characters.
You see what they did there? You see what Marvel did there? They played chess. They said, "Let them finish. Let them have
Let
their
them fuck up.
time."
Haas, Apocalypse was in that motherfucking trailer.
You see what they did there? You see what
And they might have
did?
Sentinels.
They might have Sentinels.
Let DC
I'm like, this
have
is
their-
crazy
their
as
time.
hell. The X-Men are all through this shit.
That's what's crazy about this. So that whole mutant stuff, like again, it's
Bring it. Just bring it.
So they're playing chess. That's what Marvel is doing right
That's
now.
all.
They're playing chess. The
That's all.
Penguin stuff, let them live. You know, let them have some of this. They need it. They need to have this. Give me up. Drop the trailer. And now look at us. Now look at us.
Yo, all I know is that Captain America 4 trailer, Isaiah Bradley.
Yo, this trailer is
Hey.
crazy.
Yo,
Right.
it's like it's two different Americas. You got, and basically he's like, you know, Steve Rogers. He was like, I know him.
Bruh.
I was like, oh shit. And then Red Hulk comes out. Oh, but better yet, Serpent Society's there, the leader's there, Red Hulk is there, brand new Captain America, a brand new Falcon, by the way.
Mhm.
Just throwing that out there. Also, they gave us like another sneak peek into the Thunderbolts trailer at D23 in Brazil as well. And I
I
thought that
didn't
was
see that one.
you didn't see that one?
Nah, I
So-
missed that one.
Noticeably, if you watch that trailer, there's a lot less Taskmaster. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's one less Thunderbolt already in this storyline. How's that? So I'm gonna this is main theory number one out of that Thunderbolts trailer.
Someone's dying.
Taskmaster is gonna be the first one to die, but at whose hand? Might be the Sentry.
Oh shit.
Sentry might rip her ass apart. Did they just fucking Avengers Voltron gun? Yo, you watching the trailer, huh? Yeah, there's Gundams, Avengers Gundams.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then they're gonna forward into a Megazord.
Exactly.
You gotta play the flute first, right?
All right, so Victor, I agree with you. Does every helmet have to have nanotech? All right, so I remember, of course, there was an obvious thing where helmets were a little bit more just pop them off your head manually. And is Bob Sentry? Yes, he is, Biggs. Bob is the Sentry. So as far as the helmets are concerned, was it? I think Black Panthers has been nanotech, Iron Man's has been nanotech, the Iron Spider suit for Spider-Man has been nanotech. Now Captain America 4, he has a nanotech helmet.
So we're in the nanotech era now, huh?
I was like, we're in the nanotech era. It's like AI for helmets.
It's really crazy because there's so much nanotech, this nanotech, that, yet we still don't have Grand Theft Auto 6. This is a sad time.
But the thing is, who has a regular helmet? Is Ant-Man the only person with a regular helmet?
No,
He might
because
be
he
the only
takes it off too. For half the movie, just so he can see the celebrity FaceTime, right?
What if you can't get it off in time? I'm just saying. So look, Captain America 4, D23 Brazil. They actually brought up the fact, and I'll say this: Kevin Feige got on stage and said the Spider-Verse third movie is in production; it's almost done, and then we can move Miles Morales to live action after Spider-Man 4. He said that, so that's going to happen in my lifetime. Miles Morales is going to be in the MCU. Holy shit!
Watch it be an Easter egg at the end, post.
You know what? You know what else?
Then we die.
Wait, bro. You know what else he said?
What?
And y'all gonna hate this. He said He said banana tech. Yo, he also said, don't be surprised if we see some Eternals in the future.
Oh God.
Yes, he did. He didn't say a movie. He just said some of them.
Mining
give me a show
for that Mantium.
Haj, you ain't hear me?
I heard
Kevin Feige said that. Kevin Feige. Just saying. Guess what else he said? He even said, he said, although I hate that the Inhumans died the way that they did, and Inhumans was a horrible ass fucking show, but the reintroduction of Black Bolt in Multiverse of Madness helped us out in order to possibly reintroduce them in the future. So that could be in development. Who knows? But they changed out. If you remember, they changed out was it Miss Marvel's origin story? She was originally in the comics as an Inhuman. Now she's a mutant.
Yeah.
He said, I wonder if he will be super OP Miles Morales. He has to be. As a matter of fact, if you want to do Civil War 2, you have to have OP Miles Morales in there. Brave New World also looks amazing. Now go see the Thunderbolts trailer that's also out there. They
OP
all came out at
Miles
the same
Morales.
time. It all looks amazing.
That's why the game was amazing. The game was
Yo, but the What If Season 3's trailer, I was like, there's no way they're doing all this shit right now.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
and they waited perfectly. They waited perfectly for all of y'all to just be
and
caught up in
they're
this
adding
DC
all
stuff.
these mutants in the What If series. It's just telling on themselves. I love it.
Yeah.
Just
Shout outs to Marvel again. You
he said I like it more after the second trailer. No, Captain America, the second trailer was dope. Now this second trailer that came out for Thunderbolts, I like Thunderbolts a little bit more now. But Jorge,
All right.
put these questions up, man. I know you had two separate questions for Facebook
Yes.
and for IG. So
So
for
let's
everybody
start
out
with,
there,
let's start with IG. So the
Oh.
question that was asked in IG was,
due to the success of The Penguin, Matt Reeves says upcoming spinoffs will be character and villain driven. So we're saying that in between the cinematic projects, there's going to be more TV series released on Max, deriving into storylines of some of the other Rogue Gallery members.
all right, here we go. First comment.
Just do a whole Gotham extended universe, keeping him out of the DCU. If Ben Pattinson, he called him Ben Pattinson, is willing to play I was about to say Black Man, Batman
Wow.
for another decade, then maybe just stop staring at me, Ralph. Then maybe just Bruce Wayne, when he's pushing 50, there's a limitless source of material for TV, movies with Nightwing and Batgirl, etc., etc. Look, Batman by himself wins by himself. You don't have to interject him with anything. He said, dude, what the fuck? Marvel going crazy. I'm telling you, you just seeing it. He said anywhere on X-Men 98 or wherever it's going to be called. Actually, that did not come out in D23.
They still have an argument.
They want the negative energy to go away from that so they can release that trailer. I think they're already still working on it.
Gotcha. All right, here we go.
All right.
Bo, stay safe.
He said, this is just Gotham with a bigger budget and less characters. Nothing really groundbreaking. He said they did borrow the whole poor underdog that can talk his way out of certain death thing from Gotham. That was never a part of the character in the comics. Now, yes, and I agree with that, because the Penguin from Gotham, the TV series that used to come on Fox, was almost in the same character frame. But the actor was no means or ways Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell sold every single moment of that show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Yes. Joker standalone material has been doing so well as of late. See, why you got to bring up Joker 2? That's a whole different thing, brother. You know what I'm saying? Todd Phillips had his moment. He had $1 billion movie, then he had a suck ass movie. You ain't got to do all that.
Can we let Todd just relax? Let Todd. He's been chilled. We haven't talked about him in a hot.
For real, we ain't got to talk about Todd. Todd chilling now. He don't even like DC no more.
That's right.
People forget it's easy to relate to people with crime and gangsters, but shit gets weird and unrelatable when the character is a pile of clay. Interesting to see if they can produce more good TV, though. I'm just skeptical. That's why we say in the Matt Reeves verse, you have to bring out more gritty characters. We're just saying it may get cheesy if you go to like a cheesier character, but if you don't, you might be fine. Farrell may be one of the best actors I've ever seen. I don't know if there's bad roles that Colin Farrell has been in.
Yeah.
I like the idea of using the episodes to build up to a movie, anime style. See, look, the movie into the series, boom. Then we go right into Joker 2. Okay, we need to put a giant pause on Joker shit right now. Look, we talked it to death. We had a whole live about that shit. So,
All right, here we go. What we
next
got?
up.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Feel like villain driven is how real life has been going. Girl,
Yeah,
what's that?
yeah, absolutely.
I was like, wait a minute.
Right there. That struck me right here.
Did it struck her right there too. Hold on. He said, I don't like the Matt Reeves universe. It's not Batman to me. Yo, you need
Because
to
he
stop.
doesn't beat the shit out of a lot of people. Okay.
That's what you want. You want him to
We
beat
all-
the dog shit out of people. Don't you give it
That part.
time. He's gonna have a build up like I don't know if I'm thinking about it, it's like Invincible. Like you don't see you're seeing progression.
It's year one, goddammit.
Year one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, get angry.
All right, here we go. All right, so now we're gonna face it to Facebook, where we asked
Oh
this
God.
Was The Penguin on HBO Max the best project DC has put out since the Dark Knight trilogy? Ooh,
Nice.
Darnell just hitting them with the haymakers.
That's right.
Probably. Wonder Woman's the first movie that was excellent. Other than that, I can't think of any DC project that was all that great. Hopefully, you're talking about Wonder Woman, the first one.
Not
The second one,
1984.
please, for the love of God, please do not be talking about 1984.
God awful.
God awful.
Hold on, we got some comments here. I agree with what she said.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the Cam Wade girl. Yeah. All right.
Sidebar: is Bucky going to be the new Captain America? No, he's a Thunderbolt now. He said, I bet everyone is going back to watch the series now. Yo, if you haven't watched the Penguin series, go watch the shit. I'm telling you.
Right now.
It's good TV. Jorge even watched it. He don't watch shit.
That's right.
He said, where's the bomb? Where's the bomb? What about the Batman?
Where is it?
He had a choice. The Suicide Squad. Oh, look.
Give me Christian Bale, Batman.
Oh, God. Penguin said he wanted to be inside politics mayor. Now, look, that is also a comic book where Oswald Cobblepot does become the mayor of Gotham. That is like almost in the same realm. Yeah, it's almost so the same realm that Kingpin becomes mayor of New York in Devil's Reign. Oswald Cobblepot becomes mayor of Gotham. I forget the storyline, but this does happen. Now I'm gonna have to pull this shit up. Yo, if they bring Jim Carrey back as the Riddler, ooh, Lord. But there was already a Riddler. Because if knowledge is power, then a god am I. Oh, Earth One, Elseworlds, Mayor Oswald Cobblepot.
Okay.
So that is a storyline.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. Next comment.
Yep. I would say Zack Snyder's Justice League or the first Joker were really good as well. I'll give you the first Joker. I can't give you the Justice League.
He's a part of the Snyder fan.
Yeah, I'm with you on the first Joker though. First Joker,
Joker, we with you.
Todd Phillips did his thing on the first Joker. Outside of that, oh my God.
And you can keep Snyderverse. Goodbye.
Yes. Great
Keep
acting,
Snyderverse.
great storytelling, well paced. Like
Okay.
that answer.
There we go.
You already gave us that.
You already got it out.
Nice to see this page is run by an insult. Peace out. Oh, damn. Jorge? Are we?
Yeah, I don't think so.
His name is Davi.
Now, I don't get it. If you just asked a question
Yeah.
about DC projects, what's
I haven't heard incels since I played Modern Warfare. So
Yeah, I
that's
don't
also
know.
another thing.
He said, what a great series. Penguin was devoid of any decent characters, all piece of shit, but you ended up loving some of them, rooting for them. Great acting. See?
Great comment.
Let villains be villains.
Great comment. Shout out to Tony.
There's been other DC shows, movies that have been good, great since the Dark Knight trilogy, namely Joker, The Batman, Wonder Woman, Peacemaker, Suicide Squad, and Harley Quinn. But Penguin is definitely up there as one of the best.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, which Suicide Squad are we talking about, though?
I would hope James Gunn's.
Yeah.
Because the other one, no. No. Bam said Penguin and Kingpin need to battle at a debate.
Let's say yeah, that's fine.
The only good character was Victor. God bless Victor, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss Victor, man.
here we go.
It's better. Dark Knight is the most overrated movie of all time. What?
No, Jimmy.
Oz, you looking at this?
Jimmy.
He said Dark Knight is the most overrated movie of all time.
Really?
No, it's
Overrated?
that movie. That movie was.
It won an Oscar, buddy.
So many times when I first seen that. Nah, that movie's tough, man.
The movie is still watchable today.
Yeah.
Very much.
It is long.
Mm-hmm.
But worth
Victor,
it.
I have to agree with you. Yes, the anti-hero era has gotten a little tired. So I think that was probably on the drawing board first for this series, that Oswald can't be an anti-hero. He has to continue to be a villain. He's going to be a villain from the beginning of the series to the end of the series, and they pulled that off.
Yeah.
Wow. Jimmy was out of his mind.
Yeah.
Whoever said Dark Knight is overrated definitely works for Disney.
All right, here we go.
Hit it.
All right.
The Dark Knight trilogy is so overrated. Yo,
Kenneth-
there's two of y'all.
Kenneth, go in a well. Go in a well in a hole.
Zack Knight's Justice
Oh
League is
my
at the top for me.
God,
Yo,
no.
how much did you submit
Nice.
to the campaign? Do you have an executive producer T-shirt?
You threw up, Nicholas.
Associate producer.
Oh no! Here we go.
Yo,
no,
y'all people
no,
y'all
no,
are wild.
no. This is not
I
happening.
mean,
right
I
now.
sat there and watched it.
Jorge, tell me, how many of these do we have?
We had a bunch. I skipped like.
He subtracted a bunch of them, but yo,
Yeah.
he's like, he said Facebook is mentally ill. That is correct.
Yeah,
That is correct.
that's true. Yeah, it's all comments.
But to be honest, if you haven't had a chance to watch this Penguin series, I suggest that you do. They are smoking that good dope. Strong Chiba.
They really go strong. They really ride out.
They
the
go
pack.
hard. Yo, Facebook be
really
going.
ride.
Like they
They
will
ride.
tell you that your mama was a hoe to your face.
That's scary.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, that's the show, everybody. Of course, if you haven't had a chance to watch this Penguin series, please feel free to do so.
Do it.
You can always come out and watch us at the Party Nerds podcast every Monday night at 9 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, IG, X, Twitch, wherever you're doing your streaming services. We will all be here. I'm Fax. That's Ralph. That's Haas. That's Jorge. See you guys next week. Party Nerds, go.
Party nerds.